Hi, this is Petey from BurgZerg Arcade again, and in the last video, provided I upload these in the right order, or in the order that at least they were recorded in, we finished unboxing a Drobo, and I actually wanted to go ahead and start harvesting some of the hard drives I have lying around the house that are in units that are a little bit faulty, don't work anymore. And this is I believe it's called a MyBook. It's by Western Digital. And I'm having power issues with this one here. I can get it to turn on occasionally, and when it's on, it runs great. But if I ever turn it off, say there's a power outage or something like that, anyway, if the power goes out, I have a hell of a time getting it back on. So I'm pretty sure the hard drive in here is still good, but I'm having trouble with the power. So I'm going to go ahead and actually try to take this out. I've never actually opened one of these before, and I've actually gone ahead and started opening it. And I thought, hey, let's just do it on a video because maybe someone else has one that wants to know how to open it. So to start off with, this was completely closed. And what I did was, I usually use a putty knife for this, but I didn't have one. So I just got out the old trusty Swiss Army knife. And I'll start on this side here. What I did was go into the seam. I generally, sure, I could just hit it with a hammer and open it that way, but maybe I can actually replace the power supply in here, or there might be other salvageable parts in here that I can use for, you know, some sort of experiment or something I want to work on. But anyway, I generally don't like to destroy it if I don't have to, because like I said, there could be other parts in here I want. But I just went along inside of the seam here and feel a lot more comfortable with a putty knife, but I don't have one here handy. And once I got in, I just went along and lifted up over the lip and twist it out. And you'll see here that there's a little ridge in here. I'm not sure if you can quite see it there, but there's a little lip, and that seems to be what's holding it on. Like I said, I have absolutely no idea because I've never done one of these before. So I'm going ahead, and there's a few spots along the back here where I have to go in and pop it out. I'm going to try to keep it in the camera, but that one didn't sound good. We have these little tabs on the back here. It looks like a couple of the ones. I had the side completely done. There we go. This side started going back in. I think I broke one of the tabs here. It's not too bad, provided I can get away without breaking any more. Let's see if I can actually move this yet. There we go. It came off, and I did not break a tab. They're both still there. Great. Here we go. Here's the hard drive, and here's everything else. Here's your light. I'll probably end up using that in a different project. I'm not really sure if anyone's really interested in seeing some of the little crazy things I do with the parts that I salvage. But let's go ahead and start unscrewing this. This light probably just pops right out. Pretty close. This side's held in. There we go. The light's out. It gives me access to these screws, which I'm going to assume was holding in the hard drive, although those aren't generally the spots the hard drive screws are in. But it is screwed in somehow, so I'm going to go ahead and just start taking these screws out. I imagine there's going to be more than these two, but I'm not seeing it anything else off the top of my head. There doesn't appear to be anything else that comes off, so well, let's take those out and we'll go from there. I am trying to keep this in focus, or in scene. So we'll go ahead, we'll just start unscrewing. And well, hey, look at that. I had the right size on the knife. So we'll unscrew, we take the one out. Set that aside. Looks like I scratched my desk. No biggie. This is the old desk. I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so we'll take out the second one. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be something else here that I just haven't seen yet. They're pretty snug. They fit really well in there. And it actually was screwed in that way. Looks like I'm going to have to take these off as well. Well, at least by recording it, I don't have to take pictures to store with the parts, so I know how to put it back together later. That's usually how I do it. Is just take a couple snapshots along the way, and if for some reason I ever have to put it back together, I've at least got my snapshots. Now, of course, you can usually go online and look it up as well. I find if you throw in the tag Teardown, you can usually get some really good sites with schematics for whatever it is you're trying to tear down. These screws are a little bit different. So just for prosperity, the small screws go here, larger screws there. And the small ones have a washer, the big ones do not. But it looks like the washer is not in any danger of coming off. No. So let's see. Does this come off now? This holds all the ports. Almost. There's still something holding it. Okay. Looking inside, I can see the frame that's in between the two pieces is right inside of the plastic. This does move, and it's underneath this little lip here and down here as well. So it looks like if I pull down, there we go. And we got one more down here. Now be careful because the edges are sharp. So when you're pulling down to get it under these lips, you might cut yourself. I can't quite, well, I put the first one underneath again. There we go. I can't quite get that second one though. And sure enough, when I look inside, I can see the two screws that are holding the hard drive into the enclosure. I've just got to get this out of here without bending the hell out of it. Ah, there we go. Once I got it moving. Ta-da! Now it just slides off. There's your circuit board for all of your, well, in this case, I have eSATA. I thought I had a USB on this, but apparently I don't. Anyway, there's two fire wires, an eSATA, and looks like a mini USB. I'm just looking on the back here. Yep. So it's just a mini USB. I thought it was a full USB port. And of course, power. Doesn't say the exact power on there, but I'm not too worried about it. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be salvaging this for a different project. I am going to have to look up the schematics because there are a few pins here that are not being used. And I'd like to know what they're there for. But anyway, that's a completely different video. This is just a salvaging the hard drive video. So pretty much all the hard work's done. There we go. And like I said at the beginning, the problem I was having with this unit was the power supply was not staying on. And like once it was on, it would stay on, but it was just a beast to keep on. Now these are the exact same size as the ones that were on the other side, so it should be pretty easy once I get a little baggie and put these in to keep them separated. They're all different sizes. Now this just comes off. I've got the video now to tell me how to put everything back together. There we go. A Western Digital 1 terabyte hard drive, 32 megabyte cache. If anyone's interested, let me see. Model number is WD 10EADS. I guess I should hold it here for. So I wasn't really watching on the camera that whole time I was doing it, so hopefully I wasn't doing too much off the camera. Because I really did want you to see how I was taking it apart, just in case you want to take yours apart. Maybe you want to put a bigger hard drive in there or something like that. In the state this is in, I could easily just stick a bigger hard drive in there. Throw a 3 terabyte hard drive, and also I've got a 3 terabyte backup. But I do have to figure out why the power isn't working consistently anyway. But anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you actually like these type of videos. Maybe I'll start recording a few more of them. Bye-bye.